You've probably heard that air brake pins will make your rifle quieter. Spoiler alert, they don't. But they actually have something else they're actually useful for if you know what you're looking for and you know what you're doing. These air brake pins are made out of aluminum. They come in 4 sizes, 20 millimeter, 23 millimeter, 26 and 29 millimeter, and they fit in the top of your piston head. The myth says they reduce piston slam and noise. The reality? No, they don't. Even Novritsch admits this in his own video, but most people don't seem to look past the thumbnail. Here's the truth. This air brake pin is actually a speed bump for your piston. It sits right here at the top of your piston head. It chokes the airflow going into the nozzle, and it's supposed to create a cushion of air between the nozzle and the piston. In theory, this slows the piston down enough so that it doesn't smack real hard in the back of your nozzle, making your rifle quieter. The longer your air brake pin, the more slowdown and the more quiet your rifle is. The trade-off though is you lose FPS. So instead of thinking stealth mod, start thinking FPS tuning tool. And another thing, if you're running a full thrust kit, forget it. This nozzle's too wide for these air brake pins to matter. It's like trying to slow down a bus with a toothpick. But where these air brake pins do shine is fine tuning. Let's say you're over your field limit and you're stuck between 2 different spring lengths. One is too hot and the other makes your gun too weak. Well, put in the hot spring, drop in the right pin, and you can land exactly where you want without keeping a drawer full of maybe one-day springs. Installation is incredibly easy. All you have to do is just remove your stock, take off the trigger assembly, pull out your bolt, pop off the nozzle, and then press your pin into the hole of your piston, and then reassemble it. You don't have to use glue or drill, no cussing, unless you lose a little bitty screw on the floor, in which case there's probably going to be a lot of cussing. Alright guys, let's test this rifle with different setups. First thing I wanted to do was see if those air brake pins really made the rifle quieter. So I went to Amazon, got me a Decibel Meter, which measures sound. Test fired the rifle with no air brake pin, got 77.4 decibels. With the 29 millimeter pin, which should quiet the rifle the most, I ended up with 78.1 decibels. Absolutely no effect at all, and those two readings are close enough to say they're exactly the same. There was a field I wanted to play at who had a maximum joule rating for sniper rifles of 2.5. When I tested my rifle with no air brake pin in it, the first shot was 2.655 joules, the second shot was 2.795 joules. So I tried the next lower spring, and that was like not even hitting 2 joules. When I had the 29 millimeter pin in my piston, I decided to go ahead and chrono it after I did the decibel test. And what I got really surprised me. I got 1.517 joules. That pin was slowing the piston down, but not enough to make a difference on sound. When I saw the chrono results of the 29 millimeter pin, I got really excited and started chronoing all the other pins. When I finally got to the 23 millimeter pin and chronoed it, what I got was 2.321 joules, 2.31 joules, 2.302 joules. Incredibly consistent among those 3 shots. I'm sitting right at the sweet spot of 2.3 to 2.4 joules, right under the limit, smooth cycling, and it still hits like a truck. And the sound difference? About as dramatic as whispering pew instead of just saying pew. So should you get yourself a set of Novritsch air brake pins? Well, if you're chasing silence, then save your money. These will not turn your sniper into a whispering assassin. But if you're trying to fine-tune your FPS on that sniper rifle to hit that sweet spot just under the field limits without buying a small country's worth of springs, they're worth it. I actually keep a set of FPS rings and air brake pins in my field kit, just in case. Think of these air brake pins less like a silencer and more like a precision wrench. Boring, but incredibly effective. If you found this video useful, do me a favor and hit that like button and drop me a comment with your own FPS tuning hacks. And don't forget to subscribe. For more airsoft myth busting, I'm Shreq, and I'll see you on the field, hopefully not wearing all black in the forest. Bonus tip though, if you want your rifle whisper quiet and field legal, you'll need to combine a couple other mods with proper FPS tuning, and maybe just a little bit of black magic. And believe it or not, I'm working on that video right now. So make sure you like, subscribe, and drop your best airsoft myths that won't die in the comments. I just might test them out. Shreq, over and out.